at that point in camp where guys are a little bit tired and their legs are getting tired, but we still got a lot of work to do. We still got a lot of work in the classroom. The guys are very attentive and working hard in the classroom. And we're at that halfway point here. We got 7 days in, 7 days till the game, and we're still a work in progress.
Coach, I'm noticing a lot of new stuff every day. Every one of the last 3 days, a lot of new formation and stuff like that. How many, like on average, plays do you guys try to install each day?
Well, we have a program that we're trying to install, an offense, and I can't tell you the exact number of plays because it changes every day. But we're putting it in by situation. Today was the second time we were in the red zone, so we had a whole other set of red zone plays. The guys are working hard. They're studying hard. They're paying attention in the classroom, and that's what it takes. And it's important for us as coaches. That's our job to make sure that we pound the information into them and get the retention. And out here on the practice field, that's a step. That's a part of that step is to get them to go out. It's 1 to see it in the book, 2 to be able to watch it on tape, and 3 for them to go through it on the field and run it. And that's the process of them learning that.
On that note, Darrell, was there any concern that Chester missed a couple of days? And overall, how's he coming along in his offense?
I think Chester's doing fine. He just needed to rest that thing a little bit, and he was still in all the meetings, paying attention, and I didn't see any problems with him in practice today, having missed that little bit of time.
How impressed, or what are your thoughts on Moore and how he's doing?
I think he's doing fine, and anytime someone goes down or someone sits out of practice or so, it gives the other guys an opportunity to step up, with the next group, and Bevell was able to step in there and showed us a little bit of what he can do, and that's what you look for. You look for that competition, and that guy that's sitting out saying, "I better get back in there." The other guys is doing a good job and giving that guy competition.
Are there any pleasant surprises to you among those backs, including Faison, I guess, too?
Yeah. I don't want to select anybody out. I think they're all doing a good job, but I am surprised with Ciatric a little bit. He's done a nice job. He's a tough kid. He's a fighter, and the other day he showed a little bit more shape than I thought he had, but he's doing a nice job.
Darrell, before Chester got a little bigger up, was he showing you he could be that feature back you guys are talking about?
Yeah, I think so, and he was running the ball physically, and which is an important part of that, and then he does a nice job in protection and getting out in the routes.
What would you think would be, looking ahead, like a typical game for him in terms of like carries and catches and stuff, just roughly?
Well, you like to get him over 20 carries, and then have 4 or 5 balls through the air, something like that. And if we're getting him 20 carries, that means we're doing a great job in the run game.
How are you feeling about the run game right now? Lots made about the passing game in the West Coast offense. But how are we asked Coach Childress this yesterday, but how are you feeling about the running game? Not just the backs, but the offensive line as well.
Well, the West Coast offense is much helped, or any offense is much helped by the running game. And our running game's coming along. We've been able to break a few runs against our defense and have that explosive run where you get one that breaks out over 12 yards. We've seen that. I think the backs and the offensive line are gelling together, and you can't overlook the wide receivers outside. To get an explosive gain, you have to have them working, and I see that. I see those guys working out there on blocks, and they're not just going to be pass catchers.
Coach, how good of pass catchers are the backs, and is there any one of those backs who's ahead of the others in terms of pass catching ability, with how important that is in this?
I think they've all shown pretty good hands. I don't think I can remember too many drops I'm talking in the pass game going to them. They all have obviously a little bit of different skill sets after they catch the ball, but all 3 of them have shown the ability to catch it and be able to tuck it and run with it.
Coach, are any of the young receivers catching your eye?
I always still consider Troy Williamson a young receiver, and I think he's doing a nice job. He's taking a step every day. We've seen Jason Carter do some nice things out there, but they're all working hard. They're all working hard, and there's a lot of good competition there.
Coach, how do you see Billy McMullen fitting into things?
He's right there in the mix. He's out there every day. He's working hard. It's kind of tough with how many wide receivers there are. And there's only so many balls to go around.
Right.
And one day you may see Travis make 5 catches, and then the next day you may see Corn make 5 catches and Travis catch none. Or you see Billy catch 2 in one day and then none for a couple of days. And it just depends on how the reps fall. But he's doing a good job. He's paying attention to the details. He knows the offense, which really helps him out. And when the ball comes his way, he's making the play.
does Billy have a leg up a little bit coming over from Philly? They sort of brought him over as.
Well, I mean, I think the only leg up is mentally. You know, is mentally he's a little bit ahead of the other guys. You know, in terms of what he knows, and if Coach jumped to the next step with the offense, you know, he would be able to make that jump a little bit quicker because he's probably had every play. You know, and everyone the coach could make up, he probably already knows it. You know, where these guys, it's still a building block with most of them. But that would be the only case. And you know, mentally, that's not what's going to win you the job. Obviously, it's also going to be your physical tools also.
I don't know if we're going to hear from any other member of the coaching staff today, but any thoughts on Pat Williams being out there? Did you notice anything different with him being on the field?
I got enough on my hands to worry about this side of the ball. To be honest with you, I mean, I didn't even notice that he was out there. When I first saw him was when we called it up at the end. You know, not that that means anything about him making plays. I mean, he could have been tearing it up out there, but I was worried a lot more about what was going on my side of the ball.
Coach, a lot of people, when they think of the West Coast offense, they think of a smaller, speedier receiver type. How is a tall guy like Marcus Robinson adjusting to what you guys are trying to do?
No, I think this offense needs those big wide receivers. You know, I mean, Corn's a big guy, Travis is a big guy, Marcus is a big guy. I mean, we have big guys that still have those physical sets that can run, that can get in and out of breaks. You know, the bigger physical receivers, I mean, can really help the offense. And Marcus has a place. He's doing a nice job. You know, we all know you can just throw one up to him outside and catch it. But in this camp, I think he's shown an ability to get in and out of cuts, be able to set defensive backs up to get himself open, and I think that's been impressive.
How's Cook's transition to tackle going?
I think it's going fine. You know, obviously it's up and down, every day, but it's a work in progress. He's never been out there, and he's working the technique. He's listening to the coaches, and you can see him again take those small steps every day. And every day, it might be something new. Hey, work on this step, work on that today. They're just trying to piece it together, and he's going to be fine.
Are you trying to get Rosenthal some work? It looks like a left tackle, backup left tackle as well.
Yeah, we're swinging guys around, trying to find out where everybody's going to fit in, and again, what their skill sets are, and can a right tackle swing over to left? Can the left guard play the right guard? Can the center play guard? All that kind of stuff, and that's still a process that we're working through.
I know you're watching your side of the ball, but did you see what happened to Ronyo by any chance? It looked like he was down at the end of the field.
I didn't even know he went down until everyone started walking back, and there was still a guy on the ground, and that's as far as I know. I didn't know anything else about it.
You've seen it. You played against the Tampa 2 defense in Chicago and Green Bay. The defensive ends playing.
Vikings Training Camp 2006.